The honey badger stops under the tree, staring hard at the massive hive high up on the trunk. Once it locks onto the target, it charges straight to the tree and starts climbing without hesitation. The trunk is covered in sharp, hard thorns, but to it, they might as well not exist. The honey badger has a special two-layer defense system: rough, thick, loose fur on the outside, and tough, tight skin underneath. It can block scratches from branches and spikes, while also cushioning the force of bee stings. In just a few seconds, it scrambles right up in front of the hive. The clear, sticky honey comes into view, instantly kicking its appetite into overdrive. The impatient honey badger shoves its head straight into the hive. It gulps down the sweet honey as thick golden syrup keeps dripping from the corners of its mouth. Countless wild bees swarm in, circling and stinging all around its head and body, covering it in a dark cloud. But the honey badger doesn't flinch. It just keeps eating, the most hardcore foodie in the wild. While it's tearing into the honey, the fragile hive can no longer handle its weight and violent pulling, and instantly cracks and collapses. The honey badger and a huge chunk of honeycomb crash heavily to the ground, its whole body covered in sticky honey. Unhurt from the fall, the honey badger gets up and keeps eating. Swarms of bees quickly gather and come rushing at it. Dense waves of bees crawl all over its body, buzzing loudly in every direction. But from start to finish, it only cares about swallowing that sweet honey, completely ignoring the bees' non-stop stinging attacks. To the honey badger, sweet honey is the one ultimate temptation it simply can't resist. Only after finishing the honey does it finally start figuring out how to shake off the bees. Dense clusters of bees cling tightly to the honey badger, while a dark swarm behind it keeps chasing relentlessly. To cut off the bees' stinging attacks, it has no time to think and bolts straight toward a nearby river. The moment it reaches the bank, it leaps forward and plunges its whole body into the water. Water soaks the bees' wings, sharply limiting their ability to fly and chase. The honey badger swims back and forth to dodge the swarm. The churning waves and loud commotion disturb a crocodile resting in the river. Already starving after going a long time without food, the crocodile sees the honey badger entering its waters as free delivery at its door. It rushes straight at the honey badger, opening its massive jaws to sign for the meal. The crocodile launches a powerful ambush, using its huge body for total pressure. With that terrifying bite force, one bite could leave the honey badger badly injured or dead. At a life-or-death moment, most small animals would scatter in terror. But facing an overwhelmingly stronger opponent, the honey badger doesn't run. It charges in and fights back. Thanks to its short, flexible body, the bulky crocodile struggles to turn around and bite it in the shallow water. The honey badger plants itself on the crocodile's back and bites hard into its body, forcing the crocodile to twist and thrash in pain. It bucks and struggles, sending muddy water flying everywhere. Even though the crocodile has its deadly move, the death roll, it has no room to use it in the shallow water. Every time the crocodile twists, it burns more energy. After several rounds of struggling, it finally throws the honey badger off. This ruler of the water is actually worn out by one tiny honey badger, and in the end it has no choice but to give up the prey already in its jaws. The honey badger's toughness is no myth. With its natural physical gifts and fearless wild instinct, it carves out its own place to survive in this dangerous wilderness.